don't usually do anything connected to St.Ives, but
I hope not.
we go to great lengths for the big Frug. I've got a lens in each part of my glasses.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that! And I do know that Bob's collected some new glasses from Campbell.
I am indeed. I went all the way up there in the
So
middle of the festival.
the lengths we go to. It's quite serious, this is, but first of all, I do need to know, is there anybody from the Tate here tonight? And do you there's nobody, is there? There's nobody
No.
put their hands up.
No.
So I know everyone else will keep it to themselves.
Our tells up.
It only accounts for the first few lines. I'd like to be able to talk this story through, but I haven't got Bob's incredible memory, and so instead of wandering all over the place, I thought I'd write it down, so I have to read it. I'm sorry about that. What it is to have a mind like his.
You've got other things, Kelvin.
Yeah, I've never run to Australia.
Well,
I couldn't ride up the road.
we come to St. Ives for many different reasons. I was drawn here after reading the letters Christopher Wood wrote to his mother. There are bundles of them in London's Tate archives, along with a lock of his hair in a cellophane packet, from which I sneaked a few strands. When Dewes and I first got here, we rented Alfred Wallace's cottage. On the second night, I lay in bed imagining I could hear voices from the past, those artists who'd paid Wallace a few shillings for his paintings on scraps of card. Ben and Winifred Nicholson, Bernard Leach, Kit Wood and Barbara Hepworth. Anyhow, I listened for them, trying to hear what they were saying downstairs. Eventually I nodded off, and when I woke up I could see red lights flickering behind the drawn curtains. Looking out of the window, it seemed as if the whole of St. Ives was about to go up in flames. In the end, it was all down to vandalism. A few youngsters soaking rags in paraffin to set alight a couple of cars parked outside Bumble's tea rooms. But the blaze reached the level of the rooftops. We got dressed and ran into Beck Road West, and soon afterwards a fire engine came. Much later, when I was sorting through copies of letters Kit Wood had written, I came across this one. When someone dies here in St. Ives, they burn the mattress, the clothes and even the bedstead of the defunct on the beach. The male folk, those darkly dressed men, carry it all down on their shoulders and make a huge fire among the rocks and stand around with paraffin cans in hand, musing on the life of the dead person. It is rather impressive, with the huge green waves like horses bounding and bounding in on the sand. Kit Wood was in St. Ives in 1926 and again in 1928. He went to Paris to learn to paint and met Picasso and Cocteau. Cocteau was working on a piece for the Russian ballet entitled The Blue Train. In the 20s, the fastest means of getting to the south of France was by taking the Blue Train, and Kit made this journey several times. In the last month of his life, he painted 40 canvases and returned to England with them. They're strange, compelling pictures. The Yellow Man, the Yellow Horse, Dancing Sailors, Zebra and Parachute, Tiger and the Arc de Triomphe. What size are your eyes, Frosker Munster? Will the moon fit inside? Said Kit Wood to his Russian lover when they took the Blue Train ride. But a yellow man stalked the platform, searching for baccy and pipe. In a herringbone coat clutched tight to the throat, he turned out his pockets and cried, "Does the blue saddle fit the yellow horse? A blue saddle empty as time." While one man consoles another, his razor commits the crime. See the deep gashes in the charcoal sky, slivers of moonlight flaking the dark. Kit with his shirt cuffs coated in gesso, scattering chalk dust like sparks. Oh, what size are your eyes, Frosca Munster? Will the moon fit inside? Said Kit Wood to his Russian lover when they took the blue train ride. Those china dogs in the window, their porcelain hearts thumping fast, have lured dancing sailors over the doorstep, left them clinging to the bed like a raft. See the limp figure descending to earth under billowing silk and taut strings, while a zebra waits on the patio and a tiger sniffs Blake in the wind. "Oh, I want a boat, all hollow inside," wrote Kit to his mother when he was 5. "A boat with sails the colour of rust, and a hand at the helm that I can trust." What size are your eyes, Frosca Munster? Will the moon fit inside? Said Kit Wood to his Russian lover when they took the blue train ride. The figures left blank in the doorways, those African masks he'd been shown, were they meant to conceal or provide some clue to the voyage we must make on our own? There are many tears swirling in the sea, Kit Wood, and you with a boat all hollow inside, while I carry with me a lock of your hair, and Frosca's eyes are wide, so wide. The Salisbury and Winchester Journal and General Advertiser, 29th of August 1930. Artist's sad death. John Christopher Wood, a young artist aged 29 whose work had attracted considerable attention in London and Paris, was killed by the Atlantic Coast Express on the 21st of August. Leslie Joseph Smales, newsboy employed by Smith & Sons, said he was at the bookstall on number 2 platform and supplied Wood with an 8 shillings and 6 book. Wood appeared agitated and flushed. He sat on a seat close to the stall and tried to read the book. After a few minutes he shut the book, got up and walked up and down the platform. Wood was standing 2 feet from the corner of the bookstall when the 2:10 train was coming in. He ran, jumped and dived and screamed. He jumped right in front of the engine. P.C. Berryman stated that on searching the body, he found a blood-stained envelope with a blurred message. It read, "Are they positive, though? Are they positive as to who they are? Throwing away is not big enough proof." Thank you. Anybody who hasn't seen this painting,